Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. We begin with the storm watch and the weather. Storm system to bring snow, sleet. With more on that, let's go to meteorologist Kevin Scripa with a full weather forecast.
Winter storm warnings taking effect through the afternoon as the storm system continues to inch closer. Clouds have been increasing as we have gone through the morning, and we are looking at light snow continuing to push in anywhere afternoon time, 1 o'clock in southwestern parts of the state and continuing to navigate northward. As you will notice by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, some light snow breaking out in the southwestern half of the state and filling in all the way up to the White Mountains by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time we get to the evening commute, we may have an inch or two of accumulation in some southern or southwestern parts of the state, with it continuing to develop farther north into the evening tonight. Snowfall rates could go at 1 to 2 inches per hour during the evening across a good part of the state. Then you'll notice after about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight in southern areas of the state, the snow changing over to sleet or freezing rain. It mainly will be sleet as we go through the overnight hours tonight, and that will effectively eliminate any sort of additional accumulation in southern spots or may even attempt to mat it down. Farther north, temperatures just cold enough to stay as snowfall during the overnight hours, and then it wraps up as some occasional light snow in the White Mountains and the Great North Woods during the daylight hours Wednesday, while it wraps up in southern areas of the state as just a passing rain or snow shower during the daylight hours tomorrow in central and southern areas. We're back to partial sunshine for Thursday. Next system looks like a couple of mixed showers as we get our way into the day on Friday. So clouds continuing to thicken through the morning, temperatures in the 20s across the region today, and then we'll drop back into the teens to mid-20s later tonight, but that's purely just the surface temperature. You get into the mid-levels, and that's when we start to warm up after 11 o'clock tonight, and that is the switch over from snow to sleet, which will cut down amounts to around 4 to 8 inches of accumulation for some southern areas. You get up in elevation and farther north and west, at least 6 inches of snow, but there'll be some spots at around 10 or 12 inches of snow north of the lakes region, with lesser amounts in some of the lower valleys up in the north country. Partly sunny skies on Thursday, a couple of mixed showers Friday, and looking good for the weekend.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scripa. And now let's take a look at your traffic this evening and see how your evening traffic looks like on your ride home from work. And here's a look at your evening commute traffic this evening. We're seeing a lot of yellow, red, slow going on those roadways this evening due to that snow that is happening during the evening commute. Not good driving. If you don't need to be out there this evening, just stay off the roads until later on tomorrow. As you can see, all over all of New Hampshire is just slow going right now. Just stay off those roads. And we will keep you updated if we get any major accidents or delays. And now let's take a look at your evening news. First up, judge orders kidnapping assault suspect to stay in custody. Everett Sampson, 41 of St. Johnsbury, appeared in court today. A federal court magistrate says the man charged with kidnapping a woman and her 5-year-old son in New Hampshire and later sexually assaulting the woman in Vermont must stay in custody. Everett Sampson, 41 of St. Johnsbury, Vermont, wearing a red prison jumpsuit, appeared in court today. Judge John agreed with prosecutors who urged there was no way to protect the public and guarantee Sampson would appear for future court appearances. He is charged with leaving a Bradford, Vermont drug abuse treatment center January 4th and traveling to Manchester, where he allegedly kidnapping took place. Sampson is then alleged to have brought the woman and her son back to Vermont, where the woman was sexually assaulted. Police said he then fled to Pennsylvania, where he was apprehended after crashing a stolen car. Sampson is scheduled to be back in court on February 22nd. Granite Staters prepare for storm approaches. Snow, sleet expected through evening commute overnight. With more on that, let's listen to WMUR News 9, Amy Cavino.
Not a flake has fallen yet, but the plows are rolling. The snow emergency light is blinking, and excitement is in the air.
Well, let's hope we get a lot of snow so we can get a lot of business and get rid of some snow shovels and ice melter. And
depending where you live and who you ask, this winter has been sluggish in the snow department, and the remnants of the last storm are looking dingy and depressing.
It's been pretty quiet. It's not like a normal season where we've had really extreme cold and then we've got warm weather. And this would be a good shot in the arm if we get some nice snow.
Hold your outrage, citizens of Berlin, Laconia, and North Conway. We know that you're well above average in the snow department this year. But Keene, Portsmouth, and Manchester are coming up short so far compared to last year. Perhaps that's why we found enthusiasm among shoppers at Market Basket. So, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for the storm.
You are?
Yep, this afternoon. I'm going to go home and stay in. And then hopefully I can do some snowshoeing.
And yes, people really do stock up on the basics when a storm is on the horizon. So, what brings you to Market Basket?
Just to pick up some odds and ends for, before the storm. I get milk, some bread, some lunch meat.
Rick King has lived in Manchester since the 70s and knows exactly how to handle a snowstorm.
Matter of fact, after here, I'm going to Home Depot to pick up some salt.
Oh, you're doing the full circuit there.
Everything before 1.
And if you do it right, you eat well and even have a little fun. Just ask Kenny. So, what's on the menu tonight? Little steak?
Play some cards.
Sounds pretty good, right? Steak and some cards. As Mr. Skarupa was saying, those flakes due to start flying here at any time. Remember today, be kind to those plow drivers. Give them plenty of space. They have a long shift ahead of them. We're live in Manchester this noon. Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Delaney calls for restoration of American unity at Politics and Eggs event. Fresh off the grand opening of his first New Hampshire campaign office, presidential candidate John Delaney addressed students and business leaders at a Politics and Eggs event in Bedford. Delaney, making his 14th visit to the Granite State since launching his campaign in 2017, called for a restoration of American unity and renewed sense of natural purposes. The former Maryland congressman said While he opposed President Donald Trump and seeks to defeat him in 2020, the president is not certainly focused on his campaign. If he's elected, Delaney lists education and addressing climate change as top priorities, with carbon tax and publicly funded K to 14 adding 2 years of no-cost community college beyond high school. He also spent his first 100 days working to pass legislation that already has broadened bipartisan support in Congress. Delaney said he appreciates the energy behind the Green New Deal and Medicare for all proposals. He said he supports measures he believes are more practical and compatible with the economy. Another third way solution that aims to find comprehensive between Washington's partisan fractions. We can have a different politics, Delaney said. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Tuesday evening. And here's a look at your U.S. stock market for this Tuesday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the green and went up. U.S. 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. So it was a good day on the stock market. Stocks rally on tentative deal to avoid government shutdown. U.S.-China trade. Stocks rose on Tuesday aimed news that U.S. lawmakers had secured a tentative deal on border security funding, improved prospects for a U.S.-China trade deal also boosted ethnics. El Chapo found guilty on all 10 charges. Narcotics Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo has been found guilty on all charges by a jury in Brooklyn Federal Court. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I would like to wish all of you for saying happy birthday to me, and I loved all the birthday wishes that I got. Thank you to all of my viewers out there. And have a wonderful Tuesday night. See you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.